frame bar. So today I wanted to talk to you about how I got some of the art in my apartment. Art can be really expensive, and I definitely furnished this whole place on the cheap, so I thought I would share some of the stuff I found was useful with you guys in case you're moving soon or just have bare, naked walls. So I guess the best place to start is right behind me. These pictures have been with me for a couple years now. Actually, the color schemes in them have informed the color scheme of my entire apartment. So they are very important pictures and they have a nice prominent spot. However, they were almost totally free. And the reason is because all of that art, all those nice looking prints, they're from a calendar. And I had just saved them, I cut them out, I bought some frames, and all of a sudden, look at how nice that looks! It looks so pretty! I've actually done a lot of calendar art in the past, especially in my current apartment because it's really cheap. All you have to do is buy a frame, and you can frame things differently to make it have a sort of different look. And if you're looking for cheap frames, you might want to try looking at, Goodwill or thrift stores, resale stores. They often have frames that are inexpensive, and they're going to be a little more interesting and stylish, but if you want very modern frames, you of course can always go to frame stores. I really like Michael's because everything is on sale there all the time, especially frames. Especially. Speaking of Goodwill and the like, that is another really good place to get art, but even more free is art that's hand-me-down stuff. You can ask your grandparents, your parents, your older siblings, your cousins, your whoever. Every person who owns a house has stuff that they don't have on display that they probably want to get rid of. I got a couple different works of art that I could never have afforded at this point in my life because my grandmother was moving and she needed to get rid of a lot of her stuff that she wasn't using, that she wasn't displaying anymore. So that's definitely a great way to go. If you want to buy original prints, there are a lot of different websites online where you can do that. My favorite though is Society6. They're fast, the quality is really nice, I've bought pillows from there, I've bought prints from there, the prices are very reasonable, and actually they will frame a picture for you, including matting and everything. It's a little more expensive, but it's actually less expensive than buying a print and trying to frame it yourself. So that's definitely a good option. Framing, I know, can be really difficult. If you have something that you want to custom frame, obviously that's going to be pretty pricey, but my roommate brought home this giant poster from one of her friends, and we really wanted to make it look more like a piece of hanging art rather than just a poster on a wall. I looked for just some sticky wall sticker kind of things that we could use as the matting, and then later I found a website called Frames by Mail or something where you can actually put in the dimensions that you want of a frame and they will build it for you. If you don't get it with any hardware, if you don't get it with matting or glass or anything like that, it's actually fairly inexpensive. That giant frame cost me only $120. I guess as a final note, I'll say keep in mind that not all art has to be super formal. I have this wonderful display of art in my room. Well, I think it's wonderful. Two of those are just actually pieces of framed fabric that are really pretty, that have these nice patterns that look maybe like they could be paintings from a distance, but they have the warmth of fabric and they match and tie the colors of my room together. But along with that, I also have some smaller things framed a little more cheaply of actually a printed out picture. There's nothing more casual than a printed out picture in this very tacky, over the top, glitter pink blue frame. It's kitschy and it's fun and it's silly and it's not at all formal, so it can just be laying against the wall like that, and altogether it makes a nice little installment. So that's all I have to say about getting art for cheap, at least the kind of art that goes in a frame. We actually have a lot of inexpensive things in here that are strange and that are maybe a little eccentric, but they were cheap. So thank you guys for watching. I hope some of my suggestions were helpful. Happy hunting! Thanks guys! Bye!